Hey, Patriots fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way, you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. The NFL world woke up this morning to a seismic shift that has already ignited endless speculation across social media, sports talk shows, and fan forums alike, as the New England Patriots reportedly finalized a blockbuster deal to bring DeAndre Hopkins to Foxboro. Sources suggest that the trade negotiations were swift but intense, with multiple teams reportedly in contention before the Patriots swooped in to secure one of the most explosive wide receivers in the league. Imagine the scenario: Hopkins, a player whose name alone commands double coverage and reshapes defensive schematics, now potentially lining up alongside Mac Jones in a Patriots offense hungry for excitement and consistency. The chatter in NFL circles hints at a contract structured for immediate impact, with incentives that could motivate Hopkins to elevate not just his performance, but the entire team's offensive identity. Analysts are already debating how this addition alters the balance of power in the AFC East, traditionally dominated by strategic, methodical play, but now potentially facing a high-octane threat that could challenge the Bills' current supremacy. Rumors suggest the Patriots' front office saw an opportunity too lucrative to ignore, a combination of timing, player desire, and strategic fit converging in a deal that could define the next chapter of the franchise. With this acquisition, New England fans are buzzing with hope and anticipation, envisioning highlight reel catches, explosive plays, and a revitalized offensive scheme tailored to maximize Hopkins' exceptional talents. Conversations are overflowing on every platform, from podcasts to Reddit threads, with speculation about how this move might pressure other teams to react, sparking a domino effect of trades and signings that could reshape the entire league. Amid all this noise, one thing seems certain: the Patriots have made a statement, and the ripple effects of landing Hopkins are only beginning to unfold, promising a narrative that will dominate NFL headlines for weeks to come. Fans, analysts, and opponents alike are leaning in, trying to decipher whether this move is a masterstroke of long-term planning or a gamble fueled by the need to make an immediate splash in the league's competitive landscape. The intrigue is undeniable, and the buzz shows no signs of slowing as whispers of strategic adjustments, locker room chemistry, and offensive schemes swirl around every corner of the NFL world, creating a storm of anticipation and debate. The timing of this blockbuster trade, coming at a moment when the Patriots are actively seeking to solidify their status as a perennial contender, adds another layer of intrigue, with insiders hinting that the deal was orchestrated with surgical precision to catch rival teams off guard. Imagine the discussions behind closed doors in New England, where coaching staff, executives, and scouts are piecing together a blueprint for integrating a superstar like Hopkins into an offense that has historically relied on system-based execution rather than individual talent. Rumors suggest that the Patriots front office have been quietly observing Hopkins' career trajectory for months, assessing not just his statistical output, but his leadership qualities, adaptability, and capacity to influence locker room dynamics. This strategic patience, if true, underscores a franchise willing to move decisively when the right opportunity arises, signaling a potential paradigm shift in how New England approaches roster building. Fans and pundits alike are already theorizing about how this move could impact draft strategy, free agency priorities, and even the broader competitive landscape of the AFC, with some suggesting that rival teams may need to accelerate their own acquisition strategies to keep pace. Social media is ablaze with speculation regarding potential lineups, play-calling adjustments, and how Hopkins' arrival could redistribute defensive attention across the field, potentially freeing up other playmakers for explosive opportunities. Sources whisper about the meticulous planning involved in ensuring that Hopkins' skill set complements Mac Jones' strengths, hinting at a collaborative approach that values both player chemistry and tactical versatility. The trade's ramifications extend beyond the field as well, with marketing, fan engagement, and brand identity considerations possibly playing a role in the decision to secure a marquee player capable of drawing national attention. As insiders continue to analyze every angle, from practice reps to preseason projections, the consensus is clear. Acquiring DeAndre Hopkins is a high-stakes maneuver that could redefine the Patriots' trajectory, inject excitement into their fan base, and shift narratives across the league, making every upcoming game a story worth watching for its implications. The rumor mill continues to churn with speculation about not only immediate performance, but the long-term vision of a franchise willing to gamble on a star who can change games with a single catch. The social media frenzy surrounding the Patriots Hopkins deal has reached a fever pitch, with fans dissecting every leaked detail, rumored incentive, and hypothetical scenario, ranging from explosive touchdown combinations to strategic adjustments aimed at leveraging his elite route running and contested catch abilities. Analysts are debating endlessly whether this acquisition signals a philosophical shift in New England, moving from conservative, methodical offensive schemes to a more dynamic, high-reward style capable of keeping opponents on edge from the first snap to the final whistle. Some insiders speculate that the trade may have been influenced by Hopkins' own desire for a fresh start, a chance to contribute immediately to a team positioned for success, while under the guidance of a coaching staff known for strategic ingenuity. Meanwhile, opponents are reportedly scrambling to assess the implications, analyzing tape to determine how to counter a receiving threat whose presence could destabilize established defensive game plans. Sources suggest that Patriots personnel meetings have been intense, with discussions covering everything from offensive alignments to red zone strategies, aiming to ensure that Hopkins is integrated smoothly while maximizing his impact from day one. The rumor mill also points to potential ripple effects across the league, as rival teams might reevaluate their wide receiver depth charts, trade prospects, and defensive schematics to account for a suddenly strengthened Patriots offense. Speculation abounds about the locker room impact as well, with whispers indicating that veteran players are eager to collaborate with Hopkins while younger talent anticipates learning from one of the league's elite. Social media platforms are flooded with highlight reels, mock plays, and endless what-if scenarios imagining Hopkins' influence on every facet of the offense, fueling excitement and debate in equal measure. This swirling mixture of analysis, rumor, and fan enthusiasm is creating a narrative that extends beyond sports coverage, touching pop culture and online discourse in ways only a move of this magnitude can. Whether skeptics or believers, the collective sentiment is clear. Landing DeAndre Hopkins is a statement move that promises to ignite discussions, rivalries, and speculation that will persist well into the season, keeping every Patriots game under a microscope and transforming each play into a potential headline. Reports emerging from multiple insiders suggest that the Patriots' decision to acquire Hopkins was not only strategic but opportunistic, capitalizing on what many describe as the perfect alignment of circumstances, including contract flexibility, team needs, and Hopkins' desire for a competitive environment where he can thrive immediately. Rumor has it that behind-the-scenes negotiations were intense, with confidential meetings, rapid-fire calls, and meticulous attention to detail, ensuring that the deal would satisfy both the player and the franchise while avoiding potential leaks that could trigger bidding wars or complicate roster dynamics. Sources claim that the Patriots front office had already mapped out various scenarios for integrating a high-profile receiver, considering everything from snap counts and route trees to red zone usage and chemistry with Mac Jones. The whispered strategies also extend to practice dynamics, suggesting that Hopkins may be used as a mentor for younger receivers while simultaneously being positioned as the focal point of explosive plays capable of shifting the momentum of a game instantly. Analysts are already speculating on how this move affects the balance of power in the AFC East, with some suggesting that rival teams may now need to alter their defensive philosophies and prepare for a season where New England's passing attack commands more attention than ever before. Social media buzz indicates that fans are already envisioning highlight reels, stadium chants, and electrifying touchdowns, amplifying the anticipation surrounding Hopkins' debut. Behind the curtain, insiders hint at careful planning to ensure that the integration enhances both the offense's efficiency and the team's overall competitive posture, reflecting a long-term vision despite the immediate headlines. The rumor mill extends to contract structure, incentives, and potential extensions, with analysts dissecting every possible clause that could motivate performance while maintaining financial flexibility. As the NFL world digests this monumental acquisition, the consensus among insiders appears to be that New England has executed a high-risk, high-reward maneuver, and that the coming weeks will reveal whether the gamble pays dividends on and off the field, shaping narratives that could dominate league coverage for months. This swirling mix of strategy, opportunity, and anticipation cements the acquisition as a defining moment, one that could reshape the Patriots' identity while fueling endless speculation about the next big move. Rumors circulating suggest that the Patriots coaching staff is already devising a series of specialized packages designed to leverage DeAndre Hopkins' unique skill set, integrating him seamlessly into a system historically characterized by disciplined execution and methodical progression rather than explosive individualism. Sources claim that multiple variations of formations, motion adjustments, and route combinations have been under discussion, aimed at creating mismatches, confusing defenses, and maximizing Hopkins' ability to generate separation and contested catches. The Whisper Network also highlights potential collaborations between Hopkins and key playmakers, including Mac Jones and emerging talents, with insiders speculating that targeted plays may be drawn up specifically to capitalize on his elite timing, acceleration, and football IQ. Analysts are debating whether this strategic recalibration represents a philosophical shift for New England or a tactical innovation intended to supplement a fundamentally structured offensive scheme. Beyond X's and O's, insiders hint that locker room dynamics and leadership influence played a role in the acquisition, as Hopkins is seen as a potential mentor figure capable of elevating both morale and performance. Social media speculation is already reaching fever pitch, with fans creating mock highlights, imagining deep ball connections, and theorizing about how defensive coordinators will need to adjust to counteract a receiver of Hopkins' caliber. Rumors extend to potential adjustments in practice schedules, film study, and positional drills, all intended to facilitate rapid chemistry and ensure that Hopkins' transition is as seamless as possible. The timing of the deal, sources suggest, was deliberate, designed to avoid a congested trade window while maximizing the element of surprise against rivals. Analysts are also theorizing that this acquisition could spark a ripple effect, influencing free agency decisions, contract negotiations, and even draft strategies as teams respond to a suddenly more formidable Patriots offense. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Insider whispers suggest that the timing of the Hopkins acquisition could not have been more opportune, coinciding with a period of strategic evaluation within the Patriots organization, as the front office reportedly sought to balance short-term competitiveness with long-term roster sustainability. Analysts speculate that multiple factors converge to make this deal feasible, including cap space, roster composition, and Hopkins' own interest in joining a team with a clear path to contention. Rumors indicate that the negotiations were complex, involving multiple contingency clauses designed to protect both parties while incentivizing performance, reflecting a level of detail and foresight rarely seen in trades of this magnitude. Social media has exploded with fan speculation regarding potential impacts on game planning, offensive distribution, and deep ball strategies, with endless threads debating how New England might integrate Hopkins while maintaining balance across other key positions. Behind the scenes, insiders hint at a meticulous approach to acclimatizing Hopkins, from pre-practice meetings to route synchronization sessions, ensuring that his skill set complements rather than overshadows the existing system. Analysts are also evaluating the potential psychological impact, suggesting that the presence of a player of Hopkins' stature could elevate overall team confidence and place additional pressure on opponents facing a suddenly more dynamic passing attack. Rumors further suggest that rival teams may have been caught off guard, forcing a reassessment of defensive matchups and strategic priorities to counteract a new, formidable aerial threat. The trade's implications also extend beyond tactical considerations, touching fan engagement, marketing opportunities, and media narratives, positioning the Patriots as a team capable of shaking up conventional expectations while capturing widespread attention. As speculation swirls regarding immediate contributions, touchdown potential, and broader league ramifications, the consensus among insiders is that this acquisition represents not just a roster upgrade, but a calculated statement of intent, one that could define the Patriots' trajectory for seasons to come. The combination of strategic planning, timing, and elite talent makes this deal a subject of endless rumor, analysis, and anticipation, leaving fans and pundits alike eager to witness how Hopkins' arrival will reshape both games and expectations in Foxboro. Sources close to the negotiations hint that the Patriots' approach to acquiring Hopkins involved a blend of aggressive pursuit and careful diplomacy, balancing competitive urgency with the need to maintain league relationships and avoid escalating bidding wars unnecessarily. Rumors suggest that multiple teams were initially in contention, but New England's ability to present a clear vision for Hopkins' role, combined with financial incentives and assurances of offensive integration, ultimately sealed the deal. Analysts are already speculating about the broader consequences, including potential ripple effects in trade strategy, free agency, and draft planning, as other franchises react to a suddenly strengthened Patriot squad. Fans on social media are creating speculative highlight reels, imagining a series of deep ball connections, contested catches, and game-changing moments that could define the season, fueling a narrative of excitement and anticipation. Insiders also hint at detailed planning within practice facilities, with coaches and coordinators reportedly mapping out adjustments to leverage Hopkins' elite skills while preserving the structural integrity of the offense. The rumor mill extends to potential leadership dynamics in the locker room, suggesting that Hopkins' presence may influence younger receivers, mentor emerging stars, and elevate overall morale. Analysts are debating whether the trade signals a philosophical evolution in New England's approach or a high-stakes gamble aimed at immediate success, a narrative that promises to dominate headlines and discussions across sports media. The timing, precision, and scope of the deal reinforce the perception that this was a calculated maneuver designed to maximize both competitive and market impact. Speculation continues to mount regarding how opponents might adjust, what new formations will emerge, and how Mac Jones' chemistry with Hopkins could redefine passing efficiency. The combination of on-field potential and off-field intrigue ensures that every game, every snap, and every catch will be dissected with intense scrutiny, keeping the Patriots and their newest superstar at the center of NFL conversation for months. With every passing day, rumors, analyses, and fan theories continue to build, solidifying the narrative that New England's acquisition of DeAndre Hopkins is more than just a trade. It is a defining event that may alter the trajectory of the team and reshape league-wide expectations. Whispers among insiders indicate that the Patriots' acquisition of DeAndre Hopkins could herald a new era of offensive innovation in Foxboro, blending traditional system discipline with the high-impact capabilities of a player who has consistently changed the dynamics of opposing defenses. Sources suggest that coaching meetings have been increasingly focused on exploring creative formations, motion schemes, and situational play calling to exploit Hopkins' unique skill set, from precise route execution to contested catches in critical moments. Analysts speculate that this integration may require a recalibration of timing between quarterback and receiver, with Mac Jones adjusting his reads, anticipation, and timing to maximize the synergy with Hopkins' abilities. Social media speculation is rampant, with fans debating potential touchdown scenarios, deep ball strategies, and red zone effectiveness, creating a constant buzz that blurs the line between rumor, anticipation, and projected reality. Insider chatter also hints at the potential mentoring role Hopkins could play for younger receivers, helping them refine technique, reading defenses, and understanding timing nuances that often separate elite from average performance. Rumors extend to game day strategies, including situational substitutions, play-action schemes, and pre-snap adjustments designed to create mismatches and exploit defensive weaknesses. Analysts are questioning whether this move reflects a broader philosophical evolution within the Patriots, moving toward a more dynamic, player-centric offensive model, or whether it is a calculated gamble designed to maximize immediate production while preserving core structural identity. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.